Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an Airbus A330 pilot, and welcome to our next video featuring the Aerosoft Airbus A330. It has just seen its first update and we are going to give it a shot over here and see what the plane is gonna fly like. I've got the changelog for you right from Aerosoft's product page on the screen right now. So this is the stuff that they've worked on. Nothing too big, but a little bit of MCDU related stuff and so on. So I figured we're just going to do a very quick short flight from Düsseldorf to Frankfurt over here, and we are going to have a look at what the aircraft looks like and feels like right now. So let's head right into the cockpit and we are going to start setting it up. Starting as always on the electronic flight bag. Let's see if we can get the ground power unit to connect today. So GPU is ordered. Now we just got to see if it's actually gonna arrive. Maybe, maybe not. In any case, what we will do already is to go ahead and start up the batteries. And it looks like we still can't get that GPU to work over here. So suppose we are gonna start the APU. So fire test. Looking good, and then APU master switch and APU starter coming on. So in the meantime, we can take a few moments to have a look at our Simbri flight plan so that you guys know what we are going to be up to. Now, this is what our flight plan looks like for the day. Very short flight, Düsseldorf over to Frankfurt, including the arrival into Frankfurt. We're looking at maybe 25 minutes maximum, probably quite a bit shorter even. Now, in terms of our weather, Düsseldorf is showing good conditions here. Broken 2000 and some southerly wind. Runway 23 going to be in use. And for our arrival airport Frankfurt, we are looking at quite similar conditions over here. Runway 07 in use, however. Alright, last but not least, we've got our alternate airport, which is Hahn. And you can see Hahn, well, isn't all that good, but it's only going to get really bad over midnight, so it is usable as an alternate over here. Not the best, but nonetheless not incredibly bad either. So with that out of the way, I'd say the standard block fuel of 8.8 is okay, plus a little bit for APU usage, so we can make that 9,000 kilos block fuel, and then we will be more than good. The required minimum is 5,200, so we do have plenty of fuel on board. Now, don't ask me why we're getting a brakes hot warning here. We literally just loaded the aircraft up cold and dark. I'm gonna click you away. Okay. Well then, let's have a look. Fuel and payload. So, total fuel is going to become 9,000 kilos. Here we go. Total payload, well, we can just control that with a 0 fuel weight, and we're gonna make it 156.0. Here we go. Okay, so you can make it instant loading on both sides, please. Here and here. And I'd call that just about perfect. Alright, then let's go ahead and start setting up our aircraft. By the way, why is the IRS aligned? Did they literally park the aircraft with the IRS is aligned? Okay, no comments on that. Well, let's just stick to the important stuff here. Oxygen's looking good. Hydraulic, okay. Why does it need ages to get those pages to open? I guess I don't need to understand that. Okay, in any case, looks like the basic safety stuff is looking good today. I'm just not gonna ask certain questions. Likewise, I'm not gonna ask why we can't see the voltage indicator here. Well, doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and continue with our pre-flight procedures. So, we'll do the QNH a little bit later over here. Well, that stuff is SOP stuff, doesn't work. Checking the date button. Not simulated, it seems. And let's bring that up and that up. Also gonna... I was about to say we're gonna listen to the intercom, but okay. Then we are not gonna listen to the intercom, because it is not modeled. And whoever decided to mimic PMDG here with the squawk, please, don't do that. 2000. That's your standard IFR squawk. Alright, well, suppose then we can go right down into the MCDU and start our setup. So, FM1, A330 300, Pratt engines, database is up to date from Nav Data Pro. Okay, init request from Düsseldorf over to Frankfurt. Yep, that's fine. Our alternate is gonna be Hahn. The flight number is Air Berlin 333. Passengers, we have 310 on board. Just a bit of ballast, of course, but nonetheless. Okay, Corsair X30 and flight level 170. So, departing Düsseldorf off runway 23 left with the Doden 9 Tango departure. Or actually, no, Cola 5 Tango it is. So let's take that Cola 5 Tango. Insert, and then we are going to fly from Cola via Tango 911 over to Rollers. And here we go, and last but not least, our arrival is going to be an ILS Yankee approach onto runway 07 left. Rollers 5 Delta arrival, Delta Fox 454. Insert. Secondary flight plan, still not implemented. Fixed page, not implemented. Well, nothing over here. Then Düsseldorf 23 left. Oh, that is implemented. Okay, so for the weights, we said 156, and the CG is going to be at, let's see, zero fuel weight CG 25.3. Alright, block fuel 9. Wind component is tailwind 17. Oh, that is simulated. I'm surprised. Nothing of that stuff. Taxi 0.4. Okay, well, good enough, I guess. Then, let's continue. We are going to go ahead with our takeoff performance, if we may. So, Düsseldorf. Download the weather. Transfer all that good stuff. Optimum flex. Calculate. So, 1 plus F, up 6.3, Toga. Let's give it a try with config 2. That looks better. So, flaps 2, 6.3, and flex 49. 2 slash up 6.3. Flex 49. Still not implemented. Come on. It's an F49 for a flex temperature in the A330. Not anything else. Okay, speed's 292933. Alright, engine out acceleration 1600. And yeah, should be D-rate climb 2. Looks like that's not supported, and I don't know why the managed speed reads 260. That should be 250. But well, look at that. 255 at flight level 5.2? What's wrong there? You've got a speed limit of 250 below 100. Okay, Aerosoft. I'm just not gonna ask. I'm just not gonna ask questions here. But the one thing I want to know is why we've got vertical speed active. Flight director's off. Flight director's on. And it just comes on again. Yeah, that's what you should have spawned in straight away, my friend. Okay. Well, we are there, kinda. Suppose we're gonna get this one over with quickly, shall we? Let's go ahead and go for our briefing. So, Düsseldorf 23 left, Doden 9 Tango departure. Climbing 5000, MSA 2400, and extra fuel, just a couple kilos. Alright, I do agree in that one. So, I don't see any hotspots for our taxi route. Do you have any? No, perfect. Okay, then. Stop margin should be plenty. Engine out sits straight at 6 miles Düsseldorf, right turn to Lima. So I tell you what, let's just go into the RadNav page here. We have Düsseldorf in here anyway, so let's turn Lima on the ADF. And then we can at least do VOR ADF, so that we have some sort of tracking the engine outset available. Yeah, we can come back immediately. We're below the max landing weight. Nothing special, nothing non-standard here. Any threats? No? Perfect. Okay, then cockpit preparation checklist, please. Gear pins and covers removed. Fuel quantity. Come on. 9,000, well, 8,980 kilos balanced and broken. Oh, God. Both standby pumps are broken. Well, that's it. Ain't gonna fly. Nah. Let's assume that we have special permission from the authority for maintenance purposes. So fuel quantity 8,960 kilos and balanced. Seatbelts on, ADRs. Nav, barrel rev, QNH 1021. Cockpit preparation checklist complete. Okay, perfect. Well then, let's go ahead with our before start procedures. And the before start checklist, please. Park and brake, set, takeoff speeds and thrust. V1 129, VR 129, V2 133, flex 49. Windows. Closed, beacon on, before start checklist complete. Ground from flight deck. Actually, wait a moment. That fuel page here is hardly visible, so the doors are still open. So let's see. Close, 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 remove, remove. So hydraulic elect pump, that's correct. And looks like one more. Alright, here we go. So ground flight deck, go ahead. Please confirm doors and hatches are closed, ground equipment removed, and the bypass pin is installed. That's all confirmed. Roger, start sequence will be 1 then 2, starting engine 1. Clear 1. Engine 1 start. Let's go ahead and monitor that. It took quite a long time until it got quiet after the engine start had commenced already. That was interesting. Definitely not supposed to take that long. Okay. So that's looking good. We've got a good start on 1, starting engine 2. Clear 2. Okay, engine 2 start. Yo, what's the engine doing? Why did it just run up? Thrust levers are definitely an idle. I suppose I don't want to know that. That's probably the voice of the generator coming online at who knows when. Okay, but at least the engine is starting. We have 2 good engine starts, you're clear to disconnect, shown with a clear sign with a pin on the right side, and have a good day. Bye bye. So let's see if that engine is gonna spike as well. Like the other one. Oh yeah, look at that. Absolutely shouldn't do that. Okay, trim should be 6.3 and it's done that automatically. Perfect. So, after start checklist. Anti-ice. Off, ecom status checked, pitch trim. 6.3 up, rudder trim. Neutral, after start checklist complete. 770 degrees brake temperature. Why? And most importantly, can we reset that somehow? Definitely not supposed to have that. Yeah, no brake fan fitted to this aircraft. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna ignore it. It's Aerosoft. They will not have modeled those effects anyway, so who cares? Clear on the left side. Clear on the right side. Let's go. It does roll in idle, that's a good thing already. Brake check. Pressure 0. So let's go out to the left over here. It takes a lot of time to build some inertia to go into the turn. Probably quite a bit too much. The real one is rather responsive. When I did my training on the real one, they really told me like, yeah, this is a wide body, but don't think too much into it. The A330 is really like a beginner's wide body aircraft. Handles very much like a narrow body. Well, a couple exceptions, I suppose. It's aviation after all, there's always going to be exceptions. Alright, cool, so we're clear on the left side, and we're clear on the right side. 3 aircraft in front of us. Okay, let's break it back down, speed below 10. Here we go, 8 knots is good. So, the cabin is ready. I have no changes to the takeoff briefing. What is it? Brakes hot, yeah. We're ignoring that. Okay, so the takeoff config test is gonna stay blue then. That's fine, I can live with that. Oh, go around. Whoopsie. Okay, taxi checklist. Flight controls. Did we do them? Don't think so. Let's do them now. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. And the rudder does move. Not gonna go into too many details about the rudder here, since I don't want to turn my aircraft completely into nowhere. Okay, so taxi checklist. Flight controls checked. Flap setting, conf 2. Radar and predictive wind shear, on and auto. Engine start selector, norm, ecom memo. Yeah, takeoff 1 blue. As briefed. Taxi checklist complete. Okay, the Lufthansa is rolling, then it's our turn for the lineup. There's one guy on approach, but we'll be out before he is here. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Lineup checklist. Takeoff runway, 23 left, Lima 1, TCAS, Tara, PAX 1 and 2, off, lineup checklist complete. Okay, ready? Take off. Manflex 49, SS runway, auto thrust blue. Yeah, brakes hot, clear brakes. Can't clear it. Okay, well. 100 knots, checked. V1, rotate. Ooh, interesting rotation. Okay, positive climb. Gear up. Nav, checked. Okay, autopilot 1. Thrust climb, climb, auto thrust. Flaps 1. Speed checked. Flaps 1. Okay, tell you what, let's clear those brakes, please. We can't. Oh, lovely. Flap 0. Speed checked. Flap 0. Okay, pack 2 off. Well, we can do something about that. Okay, so at least it's looking very good. There's always that. Okay, so climbing flight level 170. That's alt cruise 17000 blue. Checked. Still no sunshades, unfortunately. At least not on the sides. We do have the ones on the front here, even though they are really hard to get out quickly. But I suppose it's better than nothing. Okay, so you are supposed to start your left turn now. It's waiting until it's overflying the waypoint. That's not what it's meant to do. Okay, set standard. Standard cross-check passing flight level 5-1. Now. Checked. Okay, so now again the interesting question. How is it going to track this departure? But I have a feeling this is not gonna end very well. Now, if it's not doing a left turn just yet, then it's probably not gonna do one at all before overflying that waypoint. And look at those tracks. You can see the direct track is 145 and it's turning right. Why? You gotta do a left turn, my friend. That's better. Now you've got to sequence the waypoint. Pretty please. Here we go, that's better. Slowly but steadily. Alright, clear and copy. Well, there's that one to clear. So, speeds are looking somewhat okay. We have any weather anywhere here? There we go. Frankfurt 09085, 14 degrees 1023. Okay. Well, that route tracking... No. I tell you what, we'll go direct to rollers now. Then at least we don't have to worry about that tracking anymore. Nav. Approaching. Checked. So, is it flying the direct? No, it's not flying the direct properly. Let's update it then. Direct 2, rollers once again. That's probably a bit better right now. Okay, speed, vertical speed, 1000 to go. No idea why there is a discontinuity in there. There shouldn't be. Now that one's interesting. Ospool at flight level 100. What does it indicate? Oh, now it's level 100. Used to be level 80 previously, but that's alright. Level 100 at Ospool should be able to make that. Note how we are past the top of climb already, but definitely still climbing over here. All cruise star. And why do we have a vertical deviation pointer already? Not supposed to be. All cruise. Okay, well, here we are. Better late than never. So, a little bit of mathematics over here. Talk about mathematics. No clue about those ETAs up here. Well, I suppose those fall under the kind of stuff that we just don't talk about. Just like a cruise or an optimum level. Why is it in descent phase? Well, let's try that again. Cruise 170. Not allowed. Aerosoft. The 170 is in here. Not allowed. Okay. Suppose that's not gonna work either then? No, not allowed. Okay. So it literally can't do anything here. I tell you what, let's go into the approach briefing, please. Alright, MSA 4300. Rollers 5 Delta arrival for an ILS Yankee 07 left. Minimum is 530, go around straight ahead, left turn, climbing 5000, extra fuel. Yeah, we do have extra fuel. It just doesn't tell us how much. That's fine, we're gonna survive that. Alright, it will be a manually flown ILS approach using the flight directors and manual thrust, landing config 3, stop margin about 300 meters. Idle reverse, auto brake slow. We'll vacate the runway on the last high-speed exit. No hotspots for taxiing, nothing special or non-standard. You have any threats? No? Perfect. So that's our checklist completed. Or rather, our briefing. Okay, well, that's an easy briefing, that much I can tell. Well, if we do have a little bit of time in the cruise now, maybe just have a quick look at that cockpit, because that's at least one thing that Aerosoft does right, that's the graphics. We have to say these look pretty good, don't they? Certainly I do like them. Even though I have a feeling we can't open this, and that's probably for a good reason. Yeah, the A330 is one of those aircraft. It just looks completely splendid, doesn't it? Alright, so 17,000 feet on the A330. You can roughly take that times 4 for your descent. So we're looking at something about 80 miles or so, including the speed reduction. Nonetheless, I'm kind of tempted to see if the top of descent gets us down to level 100 by Ospool. I kind of doubt it, knowing the performance of the A330, but I want to see it, so we are going to give it a little while. Otherwise, the aircraft has very effective speed brakes, for sure compared to the 737 that I flew before. I mean, a butterfly probably has very effective speed brakes compared to the 737, but you get where I'm going with that part. So I'll just leave it and see how things are going to turn out. Do note the ETA calculation over here on the ND. Well, we do say in the real world that the ETA calculation is not very good, but, you know, not necessarily that bad. So, QNH is pre-selected. And will you please stay at cruising level? Okay, here we go again. Alt Cruise Star. Interesting. Oh well, back in Alt Cruise, that's fine. Okay, so the arrival is probably gonna see a nice shortcut. So after Ospool, we'll probably fly direct somewhere here, Delta Fox 470 or so. Actually, we could do that now and see what the vertical calculations are gonna do to us. Well, I'll tell you what, why not? So, Delta Fox 470, direct. Enter destination data. We did that. Here it is. And there is no more top of descent. Aerosoft. Funnily enough, it doesn't show us a vertical deviation here, which normally would indicate that we haven't passed the top of descent yet. But the descent phase is active. Oh well. I don't care. Flight level 100. Here we go. Thrust dial open, we send alt flight level 100 blue. And with that, seatbelts are coming on again. And down we go. Now I'm really excited to see what the descent performance is gonna be like. Expecting somewhere around between 1500 and 2000. Once we reduce the speed towards 250, I'm expecting about 1000 feet a minute here. But yeah, it seems to stabilize somewhere about 1300 or so. That's fine. That's within tolerances. That is fine. Okay, so let's see. The seatbelts have been turned on already. Apart from that, there is not that much that we still need to do. Now, I want to know if we are able to insert a time restriction into here. Why is there a discon? Not meant to be one. Well, here we go. Now we have a top of descent. Looks like whenever we insert a direct, it puts a discontinuity behind that. It's definitely not supposed to do that. Also lovely how the turning point is now the inbound waypoint. That's... no. Anyway, it's 10:30 right now. Let's make 10:35. In the absence of any... no. Okay. That would have been nice. But well. No further comment, I suppose. But let's try something. We are in descent phase. We do have the dot. I want to see what's gonna happen. Descent. No VNAV deviation. And I have no clue why it's descending the way it is descending. And therefore, back towards open descent. Thrust idle open descent. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Nonetheless, we are slowly heading into the right direction here. Or are we? Enough? No? Not really? Let's try that one more time. Delta Fox 470, please. Well, now at least it has the correct inbound waypoint again, though all the timings are still off. I suppose that is nothing I should question. But we can have a look into the descent performance with the speed brakes here. So let's get down flat level 70 and give it full speed brake. Yep. 3,000 feet a minute, that looks roughly okay. So it is descending at least. There's always that. I mean, as they say in German, runter kommen sie immer. They'll always get down somehow. So, I suppose that's alright. So let's see, we gotta be in 5,000 at Delta Fox 450. Better at 470 since we still need to reduce our speed. So that means losing 5,000 feet, so 15 miles towards 470. With that headwind, we might even give it a try without speed brake. Let's see. I'm kinda guessing that we will take a little bit longer to get there. So we might end up a little bit higher without the speed brakes. But I want to see that in action now. I want to see how well our vertical calculations work here. In the meantime, passing 100. Lights are coming on, LS coming on. We do have GPS primary and the engine start selector in norm. Looking okay. So, set QNH. QNH 1023, cross-check, passing 10,100 now. Checked. Okay, I tell you what, we need some more speed brake, please. It is a glider. That is correctly simulated. I do like that. Okay, approach checklist, please. Baro reference, QNH 1023. Seatbelts on, minimum, Baro 530, auto brake. Low, engine start selector, norm, approach checklist completed. So, around about 2,000 feet a minute, with the speed brake at 250 knots, that is alright. Without speed brakes, it should do about 1,000 feet a minute here. The speed brakes more or less generally double the rate of descent on the A330, so that is looking fairly good. Okay then. Let's do a bit of manual flight. Why can't I? Neither the autopilot off command from my side stick, nor the disconnect button on the virtual cockpit works. Okay, in that case, I suppose there's only one thing we can do. You are not supposed to disconnect the autopilot using the button on the FCU, but I simply have no other choice here. And I can't even clear the resulting ECAM message. What a joke. Okay, auto throttle off. Likewise on the auto throttle, the disconnect buttons just don't work. Okay, speed brake in. Let's go ahead and start reducing our speed. Activate approach phase. Why is that master warning flashing? Especially without any acoustic warning. Now it's gone. Okay, let's start that left-hand turn. Quadrants. So, lock star, cat 1, glide slope blue. Very checked. Silence. Oh my god, for real? And the entire thing just froze. So the entire thing is frozen right now. And I have a feeling it's crashing to desktop here. Yep, it crashed to desktop. Well, I suppose I'm not going to cut that one out. I will just leave it in. Because, let's face it, that's probably also a feature. Or is it? Well, you guys are going to decide that one. In any case, I do apologize for not being able to show you that landing. But, well, this is the outcome of the flight, so I will leave it like that. I propose I'm just going to say thank you very much for watching. As always, be sure to like the video, not the airplane. Comment and subscribe. And, well, I guess I see you all again on the next one.